Hey y'all, it's Pete Olson, the Montana Silver Stacker. Got a great video for you guys tonight. The 13 reasons why your ass is not as successful as it should be. And these 13 reasons, I think we all hit some of these to some capacity because we could all be more successful than we are now. But a lot of these will hit a lot of you, and you'll have a good amount of these reasons on your list. And this will be a good kind of wake-up call for a lot of you guys to change some things, to tweak some things, so you can become a lot more successful, okay? The first things first, laziness, number one. You know, there's not much you can say about this. I think, my God, a majority of this country is super lazy. They want to do as little as they can, do enough to get by. You know, you watch a lot of employees, what do? They do just enough to keep that freaking paycheck, right? That's all they want. They're just collecting the check. They're not going above and beyond. They're not taking on added responsibilities. They're not doing any of that. There are so many lazy people, man. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. They won't go out of their way if something's out of their job description. They're lazy with their fitness, right? They don't want to work out. It's too hard. They're too tired. They're whatever. They're just freaking lazy. There's not much you can do about that other than make a decision not to be lazy, right? To want to strive for more, to want to be more. But number one, the first reason you're not as successful as you should be, your ass is lazy. Okay. Number two, entitlement. So many of the people today think they're entitled to something, even though they didn't earn it. You know, I think a lot of that has to do, for instance, with the Gen X generation. They're an entitlement generation. They think they should have everything. They think they should come into a position at $100,000 a year. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way, man. Doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And the reason for that, the reason they feel that way is that their mommies and daddies told them that even when they got their ass kicked in sports, that they won too. Well, that's bullshit. They didn't win shit, okay? They got their ass whooped. And, you know, that everyone gets a ribbon and everyone gets a trophy and all this bullshit, okay? I mean, I remember coaching a lot of youth teams, and I did very well coaching. And I remember one game, you know, we beat our junior high team beat another team 78-4 in basketball. It could have been 150-4. I don't think my starters played the whole second half, and they had to dribble with their left hand. But they were more prepared, right? They were more prepared. You have a winner and a loser, and you're not entitled to anything. You don't deserve anything. You deserve what you earn. And that's the best way to put it, okay? You deserve what you earn, okay? Number three, the third reason your ass is not as successful as it should be, you're fearful. Fear, false evidence appearing real, okay? You are afraid, plain and simple, right? Afraid of looking silly, afraid of what your friends and family might think, afraid of everything. Look, you're either going to stop being afraid or you're not. I mean, it's kind of like laziness. Either you're going to be lazy or you're not going to be lazy. Nobody can convince you to stop being fearful, right? I mean, it gets down to being as simple as that. Imagine, though, what awaits you when you stop making excuses for fear. Okay? Fear usually arises, you know what? Eckhart Tolle talks about this. And I highly recommend this book, by the way. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Awesome. And what he says in that book is that fear arises because your mind, your egocentric mind, is either always thinking about the future or always thinking about the past. We don't have the past. We don't have the future. Only thing we have right now is now. Okay? That's why they say the current state is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Okay? That's all we have. We just have this. I just have this moment making this video right now, right? I don't have an hour from now when I go to bed. I don't have that. I just have the now. I'm going to focus my energy on the now. That's all I have. I'll worry about going to bed when I go to bed. I'll worry about tomorrow when I go to tomorrow, when I'm in the moment. Okay? So don't be fearful. That just kills you. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't solve anything. Okay? Don't be fearful. False evidence appearing real. Negativity. You may not realize it, but the people you associate with might be very negative. And it could be your family, but also could be the people at your office. You know, it could be your friends. They could be soul-sucking energy suckers and just so negative. And maybe they're negative because they don't want you to be successful. Okay? You get a lot of people like that. They're like crabs in a pot. You know, when someone starts becoming successful, someone they know, what does the crab do? It grabs them with their claws and brings them back down. Same thing, right? You got to surround yourself with positive people. Remember, you are the average of the top 5 people you hang around the most. So if your ass is hanging around, people are smoking pot, going out 5 nights a week, you know, they're bar flies, or you know, they don't work out, they're lazy as hell, you know, they're not lifting weights, they're not doing cardio, they got a lot of bad habits. That's really about what you're about. So surround yourself with people of whom, where you want to aspire to. Okay? If you want to make $400,000 a year, you really should have some friends that are making big bucks like that. Because that's how you're going to learn it. You're not going to learn how to make $400,000 a year from your broke ass friend. I'm not saying don't have your broke ass friend as a friend. He may be a great guy or gal. I'm just saying you better start incorporating some people, some mentors, some friends in your life that are at the place morally, mentally, physically where you want to be. Okay? Very important. So negativity. Number 5, the 5th reason you're not as successful as you should be, stop thinking. Okay? How many people suffer from the disease of analysis paralysis? I can't stand that. These MFers who just freaking have to analyze freaking everything and they never make any decision. I got family members like that. It drives me freaking wild. Freaking think about it for a second and make a goddamn decision. You know, when I was a naval officer on board ship, and, you know, you're on the bridge of a ship as a naval officer, you're a naval pilot or United States Marine or anything of that sort, you know, you have to make decisions, and you have to make decisions quickly. There's no time for someone to say, well, what do you think? Well, if we did this, we could do that. Well, no. Assimilate the information, make a freaking decision, right or wrong, and move on. Okay? We're not, look, guys, 99.9% of the decisions in your life, you know, we're not curing AIDS here. Okay? It's not serious like that. We're not curing cancer. Okay? We're making most of our decisions, a lot of basic decisions, even the complicated ones. I remember in 1999, guys, I knew I wanted the hell out of corporate America. I couldn't stand working for other people, incompetent bosses. And I was in California. I couldn't stand the traffic and all the people. My ass wanted out. So I stopped by Kalispell, Montana on the way home from a business trip. I was here for about an hour. I made the decision right then and there that I'm gone. Gone. Got back home a couple days later. I was gone in a week. I've been here 17 years now. Okay? Make decisions. Don't suffer from analysis paralysis. There's nothing more irritating or weak. I'd use the P word, but I'm not going to use it here. But don't be a weak suck. Make a damn decision and be a leader, right? Okay? No goals. You know, it's the person that doesn't plan anything. You believe that some way, somehow, everything you always wanted will just magically happen out of thin air. So you play it by ear. You got to have goals to shoot for, guys. You got to have high goals. I'm on a fitness transformation now. I've dropped close to 30 pounds, about 28 pounds. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I just bench pressed 315 pounds 3 times. My goal is to have a better body than I did when I was in college, to be stronger than I've ever been. I've already got that accomplished. And just be the best you can be. Same thing in business. Same thing personally with your relationship. Same thing with your physicality, you know, morally, mentally, physically. Very, very important. You got to have goals, guys. Both long-term goals, big, audacious goals. Okay? And then short-term goals. So I broke up my goals by 90-day goals, and then, you know, what I call vision goals. Big, huge goals, maybe a few years out. Okay? Very important. The 7th reason why your ass isn't as successful as it should be You're always blaming them. I call it the they syndrome. I call it the they syndrome. Okay? What does that mean? There's no they, right? There's no they. There's no secret group of people that controls your success or failure. Okay? You essentially made that up to make you yourself feel better. People do that all the time, don't they? The truth is you and you alone control your success in life and business and your relationships, everything that you do. If it's up to me, if it's to be, it's up to me, right? Period. It's not them over there and those guys and it's their fault, or you do stuff like that, you sound like a damn Democrat. Okay? It's all the Republicans' fault and they did this, and I got to depend on the government, and the reason I'm broke, it's because of this and that and so on and so forth. Now, stop making damn excuses. Okay, take personal responsibility. I can't stand that when people, when 2008 hit and I got slammed in real estate, it wasn't anyone else's damn mistake. I wasn't prepared. I didn't see it coming. I see this one coming. From 10 miles away, I see it come. I'm so prepared. But I didn't blame anyone else. It was my own damn fault. Okay? Very important. Very, very important. It's easy to blame them, right? It's always easy to blame that, but it's so weak and it never works. Look your own self in the mirror, okay? Number 8, the no X factor, okay? You always hear the excuses of, oh, you can't do it because she couldn't do it because she wasn't pretty enough, or you don't have a strong personality, or you don't have, the what they call the it factor, the X factor. Super lame excuses, guys. Average Joe Blow has just as much chance of being successful as anyone else. You can be a freaking jerk. You can be an idiot. You can be boring. You can be just as successful as anyone else. The biggest problem is that you don't believe it yet. Okay? You don't believe it up here. Okay, so no more excuses that you're not fit enough, or you're not strong enough, or you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, whatever the case may be. Anyone can be successful. You just have to put your mind to it. Number 9, the 9th reason why you're not as successful as you should be is that your ass wastes time. Stop wasting time, man. We spend so much bullshit time, right, on stupid ass stuff. Most people are classic time wasters. They spend hours and hours every day working on non-productive things, right? Not working, just bullshit, straighten out their desks and do this and do everything but what they're supposed to be doing. You do things that aren't productive. How are you ever going to get anything done or reach any goal if you keep wasting time? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, I can tell you in the network marketing business, people love to do everything but the thing that makes them money. Picking up the telephone, right? They'll straighten out their desk, they'll get their funnel set, they'll do everything but make the call and ask for the sale. Okay? So you might as well give up now and stop wasting the time and being more productive with your time. Stop with the excuses and get it done. Just set that time allotment and know that you got to do certain things. Okay? Very, very simple, guys. Very simple. I mean, when I'm making my dials, man, I got to be very productive. Okay? I'm not making excuses. I'm not wasting time, etc., etc. Number 10, the social media bullshit. Okay? Most people spend way too much time in the social media world. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You probably waste about 50% of your productivity. I guess you could say your productive hours doing the social media BS, and it's a lot of it's bullshit, you guys. I mean, believe me, I'm big into social media, but there's so much wasted time. The sad part is most people know it, but they don't do anything about it. But you can't stop, so you can't get anything done that matters. So when you're working, turn off all the social media. Get what you got to get done. Believe me, your productivity will go through the roof. The 11th reason that most people aren't as successful as they should be, they think so small. Guys, I'll never forget what Tony Robbins said about making money. And, he said the only difference between $1 million a year and $100,000 a year is an extra zero. So it's just as easy to create something that pays you big as it is to create something that pays you small. And in fact, a lot of times it's a lot more work to do the smaller paycheck. But most people are such small thinkers. Like, I just have enough to get by. That's just fine. I can pay the electric bill. I can pay the gas bill. I just had enough money for rent. And on Friday night, I can go to the saloon and get a beer. Right? They're such small thinkers. You think way, way too small. You're constantly only looking, a day or a week ahead. And I know earlier I told you that all we have is the now, but it's okay to have future goals, right? Have future goals, but focus on the now. And it's amazing how you'll attract those future huge, audacious goals into your life. Okay? Have big, fantastic goals. Don't think small. If you think small, you get what you think about. If you think small, you're going to get small. If you think big, you're going to get big. It's that simple, you guys. Okay? Number 12, you just don't want it, man. People just don't have that drive, that hunger, that fight. You really don't want to be successful. You like to dream about it like everybody else, right? You always see people say, oh, I've dreamt about being rich and I dreamt about being successful. But truly inside, you're really scared about what might happen if you really do get successful. What's going to happen to you? That's bullshit fear that your brain is feeding you, right? That's your ego. Success is change. Okay, you guys know that. Success is change, and it feels incredibly good. Really, really good. Whether you lost all the weight like I have, you just got to tell yourself and tell your brain to shut the fuck up, okay, and move ahead and go to those huge goals. You'll love it. Your family will thank you for it. Your body will thank you for it. Your overall well-being will thank you for it, because we're meant to be abundant, guys, as human beings. We're not meant to think small. We're not meant to accomplish little things. We're meant to be abundant, okay? And the 13th reason why most people aren't successful as they should be is they don't believe. You didn't believe that it was possible. Society taught you that only a few people are exceptional and only a few people get what they really want. Everyone else should just settle and just be happy with their little job. Be happy with just being a little teacher or construction worker, engineer, or office manager, whatever the case may be. If you really want to believe that, go ahead, and you're going to keep getting what you get, right? The rest of us will be at the front of the line because those people believe. If you believe you can be ultra successful, you will be. If you believe that you're just going to be the average Joe Blow next door, you will be. It's whatever you think, okay? Guys, I hope you really like this. If you guys are looking for an incredible opportunity to be amazingly successful, working directly with me, my company is called ISN International Silver Network. We're a 6-year-old international mainstream full-service precious metals dealer with a phenomenal affiliate program associated with it. Imagine working from home with your product being silver and gold and making a high 6-figure income. I can help you do that, okay? And guys, I run all of North America for ISN, and this is one heck of an opportunity at the best time in history to ever be involved with silver and gold. And believe me, you want to be stacking especially silver right now for your security and your family's security before this whole economic system collapses this year, okay? If you're interested, click on the link below, take the online tour, and fill out the survey at the end. I'll get hold of you right away. If you like this video, if you got a lot out of it, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Feel free to comment below. Please share it with all your social media networks. I appreciate that, right? My channel appreciates that. I give you guys a lot of great information. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click on that button below and subscribe to the channel, okay? God bless you guys, and hope you have an awesome Thursday tomorrow. And let's finish out the week strong. God bless you.